Hey guys, it's me Simo Unohana, and in this video, we're gonna talk about something very important regarding Aizen Soseki in Ritsu Unohana, also known as Yachiru Unohana, and she was the only captain who doubted the death of Aizen Soseki. Even though she was under his complete hypnosis, her doubts led her to the Central 46, where she thought she would find the person behind everything happening. And she was right. The person behind it all was Captain Aizen Soseki, or the traitor. He was the mastermind behind Rukia's execution plan, and the rest of the story is known to you. So, about this event, Unohana meeting Aizen, we have an important question that was asked to Taiti Kubo. The question and its answer give us guys new insights into Aizen's power as a captain and Unohana's capabilities as well, if they fought each other. So the question was like this: Aizen fought Hitsugaya at the Seijutokyorin and easily defeated him. But when he encountered Unohana, he didn't fight her. Instead, he went straight to the Tokyo. Was this because Aizen thought he had no chance against Unohana? Kubo answered, I don't think Aizen believed he couldn't win. He was just certain that a fight with Unohana would drain his strength significantly. So this was Kubo's answer. And I think it hints strongly at the nature of Aizen and Unohana's strength. That's why guys, let's analyze first of all the question itself. Because Aizen didn't personally go after Hitsugaya. Hitsugaya was the one who, in a fit of anger after seeing Momo injured, activated his Bankai, and as you know, Hitsugaya suffered a crushing defeat. And this makes me wonder, would Aizen have attacked Hitsugaya if the latter didn't go for him, or would he have just gone straight to the Sokyu? Regardless, it seems that Aizen wasn't planning to fight Unohana at all. Not because he couldn't beat her, but because such a fight could take a long time. Sure, Aizen defeated Hitsugaya in a second or two, but that wouldn't have been the case with Unohana. That's why guys, luckily for us, we have some data about their strength and weaknesses. And through this data, I'll explain why Aizen would win against Unohana, but also why such a fight would drain his power. One good thing about this data also is that it refers to Captain Aizen before he fused with the Hogyuko. Meanwhile, Unohana was always intended to be the first Kinpachi. So let's talk about the attack. When it comes to the attack power, both Aizen and Unohana have 100 in score. It's natural for Aizen to have this score because he can use Kyoka's Wigitsu to trap his opponents in illusions, allowing him to deliver precise and devastating strikes, like what he did to Hitsugaya. He also used powerful Hado spells, like Kurtsugi. And we have seen this with the poor Komamura. And let's not forget, Aizen can use his Ryatsu offensively, as he done many times throughout the story. As for Lady Unohana, unfortunately, we don't have many scenes that show her attack power clearly. But what we do know is that she is the first Kinpachi and a very expert in this field. This means her attacks rely on advanced sword techniques like Kendo, or other methods we don't fully understand because we don't know about it. And of course, I do think she can use Kido for attack, though we haven't seen her using it directly in the manga, but we have seen it in the arc fillers, especially the last one. So in terms of attack, Aizen has an edge because of his illusion. Both use their Zanpakuto in their regular form as their main attack weapon, but I do think Aizen's Shikai gives him a clear advantage. As for defense, Aizen has a slight advantage with a score of 90 compared to Unohana's 80, and also Aizen's strong Ryatsu allows him to suppress his opponents and block the weaker attacks. He also uses Bakoto spells for defense, which are enhanced by his Ryatsu. For example, in the Pendulum arc, he used Bakoto to block Chisai's attack. As for Unohana's defense, is also solid, though it seems more focused on her ability to heal herself during battles rather than blocking attacks outright. And I think this difference likely comes down to how the Ryatsu is used. And we have intelligence. Both Aizen and Unohana score a perfect 100 in intelligence. Aizen is one of the smartest guys in the stories. He's a master strategist who uses Kyoka's Wigitsu to manipulate his enemies and control battles. His ability to think ahead makes him a very tough opponent. As for Unohana, on the other hand, she is also very smart. Very smart lady. She was the only one who suspected Aizen's dead body. It was fake, and figured out where he was hiding. So I think her vast combat experience also helps her to adapt and find solutions during battles. As for Kido and Ryatsu, both characters score a perfect 100 in Kido and Ryatsu. Aizen is known for his mastery of Kido, using it effectively for both offense and defense. So his Ryatsu is overwhelming, even before he fused with the Hogyuko. So we have seen that in many scenes throughout the story. As for Unohana's Ryatsu is also very strong, though it likely doesn't match Aizen's. For Aizen, Ryatsu is his main weapon, followed by his Shikai's abilities. As for Kido, Unohana is also a master of Kido, but we haven't seen much of it in the main story. As I said, we have seen some scenes in the last arc filler. And we have mobility. Aizen clearly has the advantage here, scoring 90 compared to Unohana's 70. Aizen's speed and skill with Chimpo allow him to move quickly, dodge attacks and strike precisely, so his ability to create illusion also makes him harder to track. As for Unohana, while she is fast, seems to rely more on her swordmanship and experience than speed in battles. And we have the last case, stamina. Unohana has here a clear advantage in stamina, scoring 90 compared to Aizen's 80, so I think her experience in healing allows her to recover from injuries during battle, and also her Bankai seems to have healing features as well, though its exact abilities remain unclear, but we have seen in her fight against Araki that she could heal her wounds and continue fighting. Aizen also has a high stamina, but he lacks Unohana's healing abilities. In conclusion guys, Kubo's answer suggests that Aizen could defeat Unohana, but not without difficulty. His illusions, Ryatsu, and intelligence gave him many advantages. However, Unohana's healing abilities, stamina, and combat experience make her a tough opponent. So ultimately guys, Aizen avoided fighting Unohana not because he couldn't win, but because the battle would waste time and energy. But in the end, both are incredibly strong and a fight between them absolutely would have been legendary. In the end guys, what do you think about Kubo's answer, the data that I have give you? Give me guys your opinions and I see you in my next video.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and